Hello, I'm Dragos, and in this video I would like to show you how you can host your WordPress website or any other CMS with the help of CyberPanel. This is a free web panel that is using Open LiteSpeed for a web server. I have decided to use this panel because it's faster than the ones before, and it offers better security in terms of having multiple sites on the same web server. This web server uses different users to host multiple websites. So in case one website it's infected, it will not move from one website to another, the virus. This is what happened with WordPress, and that's why I decided to change the web panel used for my websites. Right now I have all the websites that I own hosted on CyberPanel, and I'm doing so for a couple of months, and until now it works very well for me. This CyberPanel, it has everything. It has also SSL, it has DNS management, it has email, and it is easy to use and has a lot of interesting features. Also, it can be installed on CentOS 8, and in this tutorial I will show you everything that you need to do from start to finish to have your WordPress website installed on CyberPanel. Okay, so I've also written an article about this, and basically it contains everything that you will see in this video. So first thing that you need, it's a domain name, because this has a DNS management, and you will need to set up the name servers on the domain. So to get a domain name, you just need to go to Namecheap. I am using Namecheap for a lot of time, and you just want to search for the domain name that you want to choose. You can put here everything, put the name here, and you'll check and see if it's available. After you decide the TLD that you want to use, you just select it at cart and register it. This is straightforward, so I have already done so with the domain that I'm going to use. Okay, next thing that you need to do is to have a VPS. So for this I am using Vultr. You can also use DigitalOcean, it's same thing. So I have here the servers. This is the test one that I created yesterday to test the installation and everything. This is the one that I'm using to host my websites. It's more powerful. It has 4 GB of RAM and 2 CPUs. So what you need to do is to create your VPS first. Then you choose the compute. Then you choose your data center. Let's go with New York for this test. Then you need to choose your OS. You choose the CentOS 8 or 7. You can, basically I'm using CentOS 7 for my production, but this panel can also be used on 8. So for this video we'll choose 8 because this will be the future. 8, it has some small issues like Redis. Redis is not installed, but the same things applies for CentOS 7 and 8. So in case you want to choose a different OS, you can do so. Then you choose the shape that you want, the server size. In this test I will use the $5 one. It has 1 CPU and 1 GB of memory. In case you want to be more, let's say, more safe, I will go with the $10 one with 2 GB of memory in case you're using Memcache or Redis, or you have a site that has a lot of views. Okay, so we choose the server right now. Then I have some SSH keys defined here that I'm going to use to log into the server, and here we put the name. For the name we can put like VPS or web or anything you want. In this case I use VPS, and I will the domain that I've choose yesterday, and at the end you just click deploy. Now the server will be installed. This will be the server. It will take a couple of minutes, and afterward we can log in to it with PuTTY if you are on Windows, or directly you need just to open SSH connectivity to this server, so you can install CyberPanel on it. Let's wait for a couple of seconds for this installation to finish. So yeah, these are the steps, and these are the commands that you will need to run to have CyberPanel installed. Afterward, after the installation, we need to set up the name servers on the domain and put the domain on it. I have already one server that I'm gonna be use, because it takes time to update the DNS. So I'm gonna use this to show you how you can install WordPress on it after CyberPanel is installed. So right now the VPS is ready. We just copy the IP, and here we have a PuTTY terminal. Paste the IP here, and we will need to put our SSH key in here. Okay, then we just log in. Okay, now I'm logged into the server. What we need to do next is to update it to latest version. So I run these commands in here. To update it, it will take a couple of minutes for this to finish. Yes. Then the upgrade. Basically, it shouldn't have anything to upgrade. Okay, nothing to do. Next thing that we need to do is to install the CyberPanel. To do this, we just run this command in here. So let me make the font smaller. Just a second. Change the font so you can better see what is happening here. I will choose the 14. Okay, like this. So next I will hit enter, and the installation process will start. So here we hit 1 to install CyberPanel. Then we have the open LiteSpeed, which is free. We hit 1. So if you want to install other services like the DNS manager, postfix, or the email and pure FTPD for the FTP management, we hit yes. Here we hit enter to install the latest version. here to set a password for the admin account for the UI. We hit S and we put our password. For here I will put I use this for test. Install memcache, yes. This is the caching utility, same as this one, that will help speed up your website. Here enter to install the watchdogs and everything. And right now the installation starts, and this will take around 15 minutes to finish. I'll pause this video until everything finishes, and after it will finish I will start the video again. Okay, right now the installation has finished, and at the end you'll see here the access details for CyberPanel. I will copy this because I will need them later to access the UI. Sorry, yeah, I've just pasted it here, but at the end they will just ask you if to reboot the server, and if you hit yes, it will reboot the server. This has happened right now. I just rebooted the server. Okay, after a minute or so, we can try to log in and see that everything is okay. Okay, we are logged into the server. The server is up, starting the processes right now. Yeah, it has just been restarted. Let me see here. Next, what we need to do is to set up the name servers for these CyberPanel installations. To do this, we just copy the URL from here and we'll put it in the browser. Sorry, not this one. Just a second. This thing will need to be copied. Strange that it's not copying it. I will just type it 89570 and the port is 8090 to access the admin interface. This is a certificate exception. We accept the risk because this is not the certificate. It's a self-signed certificate. Here we hit the admin with the password that we put it. What was password? And right now we're in the UI of the CyberPanel. Like this, it's looking. It's very easy to understand and use. In the left side you have the details about the user, website, packages, the database, DNS, email, FTP, backup if you want to do incremental backup, the SSL details, and so on. Here are the server side things like services, PHP, logs, securities, mail settings, and so on. It has some other features like Docker, containerization, Cloud Linux, web terminal, and so on. But I haven't used all of them. I've just was interested in having my website hosted. So the first thing you need to do is to go into the DNS and create the name servers. For this is in case you want to use this server as a DNS server. Here you put the domain like it does. This is the domain you have purchased initially, and the first name server is ns1, and like this. The IP address is this one, is the server one. Second one, it will be ns2. We're gonna use the same IP address because we don't have two IP addresses on this VPS, which is fine. Then we hit create name servers. So right now the name servers are created. Next, what we need to do is to go into the Namecheap, into the domain management area, and set up our custom DNS. To do this, we go and choose the domain and then go into advanced DNS. Then below we have an area here where we can register our name server. We just hit add and we choose the ns1 and we put the IP address here. Then we hit done. Then we add the second one and put ns2 and put the same IP address. And in the end, you'll have something like this, ns1 and ns2 pointing to the server that we've created. Right now, I will not add a new server because it will take up to 2 days for these things to be propagated and change over the internet. And I want to show you how you can add the website into CyberPanel and install WordPress in it. So we already have a server configured here. So after you add the custom DNS, you just need to go into the domain and add a new name server on the domain. To do this, go here into the domain, and here in the name servers, you just add ns1 and ns2 here and hit save. It will show here a button. And afterwards, you just need to wait for a couple of hours for these changes to be taken into consideration. And then you just need to go into the CyberPanel. So this is the server that we've installed. For now on, I'm going to use the server that I've installed yesterday. It has the same things, the same shape. So right now we are logging into the CyberPanel. So here we have some default users and packages. For this test, I will not gonna change this. I'll just add the website here. So to add the website, I will just create the website. In the website, create website. We select the package, that is the default one, select the default admin, and here we add a domain like updor.xiz. We put the email address and we choose our PHP version. I'll go with the last one. Then I want to have a Let's Encrypt SSL certificate. I'm also going to add a DKIM support for this because I'm going to use this domain to send emails. So when someone comments on my website, I would like to receive a mail with the comment and so on. I will also open-based protect this to be more secure. And at the end, we just hit create website. And now the website will be added to our server. This takes around 20 or 30 seconds. It's not a lot. Setting up the SSL right now, as can be seen. And in the end, we'll have the website hosted. And in this way, you can add as many websites as you need. But if you plan to add more than 2 or 3, go with a bigger shape. So right now, the website installed successfully. If we go into the website area in list website, we should see our website in here. So this is the website, this is the location where it's added on the server. And for instance, if for some reason you don't have the Let's Encrypt certificate generated, you can issue a new SSL from here. Next, we need to go into manage to see more details about this website, and here we have a panel with everything. As you can see here, the SSL certificate was not generated, the Let's Encrypt one, so we're just going to go back and hit issue SSL to have the Let's Encrypt certificate generated, and this should generate the Let's Encrypt certificates to our website. Okay, we hit again manage, and let's see if right now we have the Let's Encrypt one that will expire in 89 days. So we have the SSL from Let's Encrypt right now. Here we have the details about the database usage and so on. This is the default plan, so we can change it. So here you have some options, like you have file manager in here, and options to install, the email options on cron jobs, error logs for this website, and so on. So in here you see that you have also a file manager that will help you manage things more easily on the server if you want this. So right now, if we hit this website to see what is happening, we shouldn't have anything. You should have this. So the next step will be to install WordPress. To do this, from the manage website, we have in the bottom the application installer, so we can choose to install WordPress easily from here. We have also options to install Joomla, Git, PrestaShop, or Magento. For this, I'm going to install WordPress, so we hit that. So here we put the block tile. This can be changed after, so I'll put those. Here is the user, I'll use admin. This is for the WordPress, and here I'll put a password. Here I'll put the admin email. And leave this path empty if we don't want to use a directory for the installation, and hit install now. So right now the installation will start, and the CyberPanel will install the WordPress for us, the latest version with the LS Cache plugin. And at the end we can see what is happening. So if we choose right now, this is what we have. We have installation. Next, we can log into the admin area and do some changes. Okay, first change that we need to do is to point this to HTTPS. Right now it's not pointing to HTTPS, as you can see here. So we're going to settings general, and we put here the S. In case we want to use www on this domain, we can put it here, and we just hit save changes. Then WordPress will kick you off, and it will send you to the HTTPS version. We log in again. Okay, and right now we have HTTPS used on this. Next, what we need to do, so if you want to, for instance, you write some articles, you will see that can't you'll have this strange URL here, like index and things like that. We need to change that. Go into settings, permalinks, and we will change the permalink to post name. It's safe to be easier to understand. So right now, if we go again and go into the hello world, you will see that you will have this 404 error. What you need to do is to restart the open LiteSpeed server. To do this, you go into the CyberPanel, you go into the server status, LiteSpeed status, and you just reboot LiteSpeed. So the new configurations to be read by the web server. So right now, if you hit again the article, you will see that it will work. Some other things that you can do to speed up your WordPress website is to go into the LiteSpeed cache plugin. It's installed by default to it by CyberPanel, and you will see here that you have the public cache and private cache already set up, but the object and browser cache is not set up. So you need to go into the cache area, into the object, and here you have the mem cache and Redis cache. With this CentOS, there is a problem with the Redis cache that is not working. That's why, in case you want to use this feature and have Redis, it's better to use CentOS 7 right now. It will be fixed in the future, but right now it's not working. So here we have the host, which is localhost. Here we have the ports. So we're gonna use memcache for this because Redis is not working. We just activate it and hit save. We let the default things like there. Here we have the browser cache. Yeah, it's quite long, so I will just use 5 weeks and hit save. So right now, if we go into the dashboard area, you will see that you have the case status enabled for everything. If you want to go more into detail, you can go in here and minify the CSC, combine it, same for Java. You have other optimization settings and so on. For now, I will let these things as they are. So right now, the default theme it is used for test. We're gonna test we make some speed tests to see how fast it is. The best way is first to purge all cache, and then I will install Cadence theme. It's a fast theme. It's free, and it's started to gain momentum. A lot of websites are migrating to this theme right now. So we go into themes in here and we download it. Re-download? No, just download it. We save it. Okay. Right now, we're just going to upload this theme and do some speed test with it. Let's go into downloads, choose the zip, choose install. We activate it, and right now our website will look like this. Okay, next let's clear the cache again. Okay, where it was here. Okay. So we'll run some speed tests. We'll start with pingdom just to see what is happening here. We put the URL here and we test it from Washington. We wait to see the results. So as you can see here, the website is very fast. You can still do some enhancements like compress these things with JZip to be more fast. Let's see if GTmetrix offers something else. I will log in here. So I will want to test it from Dallas to be in the same US region as the data center. Previously it did like this, and if we hit analyze, we should have a speed under a second. It depends on what is happening on the server, on the infrastructure. So as you can see here right now, it's even faster than before. It's 0.5 seconds and it has A grades everywhere with this theme and with this web server and memcache enabled. What are some of the other things that you can do here? For instance, if you go into the PHP and you can edit the configurations. For instance, in case the upload size for WordPress is not that big, it should have, we choose the 7.4 because like this we put in the site, and here you can change the upload max size and post max size. In case you want to upload bigger files, you can change the memory limit, and then after just hit save. Other things that you can do, you can create an email for this account. You select the website and you just create the email. And afterwards you can access the email via the webmail. So these are some things that CyberPanel will help you do. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Okay, it should work, but I see it has one issue. Just a second to see. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. Yeah, it's strange that it's not working. Let's try again. Great. Let's see if we list emails, if we have. Okay, so we have here the users and here the details. that you can use to access this. You can change the password. So let's try again. Maybe the password was not put correctly. Okay, this was the video that will help you host your WordPress website on CyberPanel with Open LiteSpeed. In case you are using it for production, the recommendation is to use the CentOS 7, because as you can see here, this CyberPanel on CentOS 8, it still has some issues, like this email thing that is not working. For the CentOS 7 it's working. I've used it, but here for some reasons it doesn't want to authenticate, and that's why it's better if you're using this for the production environment to choose the CentOS 7 for this. That will not have any issues. So this is the video. Thanks for watching, and if you like it, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time.